Should I go through the front? Yeah, fuck it. I'll go through the front. Going through the back is a headache. What is up, fam? You are looking live at your boy. Dark skinned and not offended, clean shaven, no misbehaving. Darth Vader's only son and Count Chocula's favorite nephew. He is I and I is him. As your boy is back. Your main man accounting time. Goddamn, I owe y'all some hellified stuff. Boy, I'm glad I keep track of these spreadsheets and keep it pushing and keep it moving. Because when I do a live, I think we just going to do all spreadsheets. Oh, shit, hold on. I got to turn this.
My bad. I think you was on the FM tuner, so hopefully it sounds better. It probably was sounding muffled as hell, but that's on me. My bad. Why are you moving? The light is green. Why are you an idiot? You dumbass. All right. So what I talk about on my channel is accounting and finance and keeping money in your pocket. More money coming in, less money coming out. Staying on top of your bills, which that's what your boy is doing. And then of course, woo, gotta fit in somewhere. Everybody trying to get off. I'm trying to get on. So, yep. So a little bit about your boy. I got a corporate job. I just got hired in. My first day is next week on Monday the 18th. Your boy is now gonna be full-time and not a temp, but I'll be missing out on the getting paid every week from 3 jobs. Now, the corporate job would be paying every 2 weeks, but that's more money to work with. I still got my other 2. I still got Domino's. I still got Hungry Howie's. I will be in both of them. Well, I'll be in one today and then both of them on Saturday. So my corporate job is Monday through Friday. Cool. Domino's and Hungry Howie's is Saturday. Hello, everybody. Hi. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate it. I know I'm behind like hell, but I kept up my spreadsheets. I still did one every week, so I owe everybody at least 3 weeks of spreadsheeting. 3 weeks. Thank you, Justin, for subscribing. I appreciate that. So it's been great. The whole experience, working 3 jobs, all 3 paying every week. There's not a debt I could not get out of. The credit cards are paid up. I'm actually going to pay on one of them today. That's why I put what I owe on that credit card on this spreadsheet that I did last night. Because the new pay period and new numbers will come out today. You know, paycheck from the corporate job today, paycheck from Hungry Howie's and Domino's is tomorrow. So there's no reason for me to have money problems, and I don't. You know, I keep track of the cash reserves, the checking and the savings accounts. Everything is Gucci. So I wish I could have kept up a little bit more, but May is a real busy pizza month. Reason being, you got these college and high school graduations. May has been kicking my ass. And just think, after the weekend, we'll be halfway through May. Just that damn fast. We'll be halfway through May. Let me make sure my volume is up. We'll be halfway through May this weekend, which is crazy to me. That is crazy talk. So I am ecstatic. I'm still happy. I thank God every day for waking me up, for giving me the physical ability to still do 3 jobs. I haven't done 3 jobs since my 30s. I'm 52 and I'm doing this. I'm surprised I lasted this long. you know, because I do once June hit, then I'm only at Hungry Howie's on Sundays and Domino's Saturday and Sunday. So your boy won't be out here for too much longer working like this. You could feel the Florida swamp mugginess coming along. Oh, where I'm from, I'm from Detroit, but I live in Tampa, Florida. That's where I'm from. I live in Tampa. Tampa is like gridlock, seem like, because it's always traffic, no matter what. But I fight through this traffic. I got multiple cars. I switch cars in between jobs. I got to keep up the maintenance for all these cars. I'm saving up for a battery for my Nissan Leaf. That's an all-electric car. I want to get that up and running because I'm going to run that car in the ground. So, fuck what you heard. I'm going to run that pole car in the ground because once I get a 68 kilowatt battery, or if they make the 75 kilowatt battery, those batteries are not cheap. That's that's almost 10 grand for the battery. So once I buy that battery, I know I'm gonna have that car for like about 8 or 9 years until that battery goes bad, and then I'm just gonna scrap it. I'm not even gonna give that car away. You know, by that time I already gave away 2 cars and bought 2 more. Now I'm going to my Audi, I'm gonna give that to my niece, my A3 Sportback, my 2008, because my niece likes it because she had gotten a car and we was riding around in it when she was younger. I think she was like 9 or 10, and she was like, "I want a car like this." I said, "Well, I'll save it and give it to you when you get of age." Now she's in her freshman year in high school. Oh shit, time flew just that fast. And then I want to buy another Audi A3 Sportback, but a newer one, but I want the diesel version that takes diesel fuel. Yeah, I know diesel is high as fuck right now, but what does it care if I still got an electric car with a battery that's gonna give me almost 500 miles of charge? The diesel, paying for diesel ain't gonna mean shit to me. And as long as I keep taking my finances and put my money in crypto and buying me stocks, I buy one whole share. I don't do the micro shares. So if Amazon is 230 a stock, more than likely I'm gonna put 245 so I can get a whole full complete share and hold on to it. Ain't no point of selling it, ain't no point of giving it away. Just get it. Now I see AMC stock dropping like crazy. I might need to jump on that and grab about 20 to 40 shares and hope that stock goes up, because this is going to be one hell of a movie summer this year. Because once Secret Wars and Avengers Doomsday and all that shit come out, man, these movie theaters going to be crazy. you know so I'm all about that life. I might have to get some shares today. Since payday is today, I won't get paid till I get off work. So it's no big deal. Woo. So a lot of good things are happening. Why do y'all put on y'all blinkers at the last minute, knowing y'all ass need to get in this lane? So yeah, it's gonna be good stuff. And like I said, I kept my spreadsheets together because I want you to see the progression on the money that I save, the spending, the controlled spending, the discipline on not spending, or you so busy working, and next thing you know, the cash reserves has blown up. Like, cause Hungry Howie's and Domino's, they pay every night that you work. You get paid. Now, Domino's do it more on the ACH side. And they'll give you a debit card and then they'll pay you through the debit card. So Domino's, you won't have cash in hand unless someone tips you in cash. But most of the tips at Domino's come on the debit, on the via credit card. So it's already put in. So you already know what you could get. And on the Domino's app, you can actually see how much tips you've made in that shift that you're working. So that's cool. Hungry Howie's is different. Hungry Howie's is if I ain't gotta pay money, if I don't get a cash order, all my tips are credit card, and then I'm gonna get my mileage reimbursed with cash. So that I'll keep cash in my pocket all day long, which we all love that in this house. It's a gloomy day out here. You see sunny and nice on one side, and it's gloomy as hell on this side. That's all right. It rained last night. It rained yesterday evening. But just letting you know, Florida is weird like that. I'm on the bridge now going over the bay. One side looks gloomy and the other side looks sunny. It's the craziest weather phenomenon you ever seen. So, so your boy has been doing all right. I just had a lot of shit to keep up on, you know, because once June gets around, your boy gonna be straight. I even told my nephew, I was like, look, I got all these spreadsheets. My nephew coming next week and next weekend. And I told him we was gonna go over the spreadsheets and look at my savings, and I'm gonna show you how it's easy for you to keep money. But my nephew makes a lot of money because he works in the oil industry. And he's like, I make money, I don't even have enough time to spend it, or I'm too tired to go spend it, you know. So he be having his shit on auto pay. I be like, watch that auto pay, nephew. That auto pay will fuck up your account. You giving these corporations free reign in your bank account, and they'll be the first ones double dipping, pulling your paying your bills. You've been paying your bills for 2 months and they only gonna credit it for 1. You gotta watch that shit. So we had that kind of conversation. I don't do auto pay. If I don't pay it myself, it ain't getting paid. you know, I make overpayments on my utilities. Cell phone is overpaid. The light bill is overpaid. I think I got a $66 credit on my light bill. When I get paid today, I'm gonna drop another 200. And then when the light bill comes out, which the light bill is usually 160, because it's me, my wife, and my younger brother, the light bill is usually 160. My wife always watches shit on her tablet and she watches stuff on her phone. And usually, and then she will do the cooking, of course. She would cook, then clean up the kitchen, then she won't even come out of her room after that. When I come home, my ass get on that goddamn couch and I'm dead. I'm laying out like I got sniped from a tall building. So your boy is always exhausted. But you got to keep pushing, because when I see them savings and the account goes up, and then I look like, ooh, I'm only 6,000 away from getting my battery. Next thing you know, it'd be 5,000, and then it's 4. And I still have to pay utilities and stuff. Like I pay the light bill and my own cell phone bill. My wife doesn't pay that. But the rent, we split 3 ways, which is a big help when we do group economics for all of us. My brother don't have to come out of a lot of money. I don't have to come out of a lot of money. And my wife don't have to come out of a lot of money. My wife works 2 jobs. She got one. She's a teacher's assistant. So that's her 40 hours a week, if not more. And then she got Amazon Fresh that she works on the weekends, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So nobody is ever home. You know, it's usually the electronics is what keeps the bill up. The entertainment center with the PlayStation, the well, no, not for pizza delivery, you don't, because the tips are already given before you even show up at the house to make the delivery. It's not that if I'm black or you white and they give them more money, you're gonna get more money regardless, because nobody knows who you are. At Hungry Howie's, we have an app, but my Hungry Howie's is an independent franchise store. That means if we want to have great Pepsi, we can have it. We're not restricted. If we want to have the Baja Midnight like Taco Bell, my owner has to pay a certain fee, and then we'll get the bottled Baja Midnight at my Hungry Howie's. That's how it works when you're a franchise independent. So it's pretty cool, you know, because people will say, they be like, yo, that's fast. It's still saying that's in the oven. Oh, we're not linked to the app like that. You can't watch us get in the car and drive through your neighborhood and get to your house. My Hungry Howie's is not like that. What we call the corporate franchise stores, they're like that, where they got tracking devices in your topper that you put on your car. Domino's is like that. Domino's, you can follow us around like Uber Eats and shit. And then the topper in your car will show your manager your driving habits. Do you speed a lot and everything else? And you get graded on how you drive at Domino's. So let's say if I work a whole month and I got 100% and 95s driving at Domino's, they give you a pendant and you put that on your visor. They give you a pendant, you put it on your visor. It's like a war medal. But then Domino's will give you incentives. If you do it for 2 months straight, they'll throw you an extra 20 on your check. Then if you do it for 3 months, they'll be 30. 4 months, it'll be 40. 5 months straight, they'll give you 50. Domino's got a lot of incentives. Hungry Howie's, you don't. Your incentive is I get $2.50 per order I deliver. So if I could take 3 or 4 orders at once, that's $2.50 for each order. And then you get your mileage and stuff at the end of the night. That is it. And you will make a bag. Now, if Hungry Howie's paid us by the mile, I'll make 150. I wouldn't even work at Domino's because Hungry Howie's don't have a delivery zone. So if we get a delivery and it's 12 miles away and they tipping $50, watch we take it. Watch we make that delivery, and we'll call them, because a lot of people will make these calls. They'll be like, and like my Hungry Howie's is in Tampa. You'll have people like in Cheval and Keystone and Lutz will be like, hey, we got a delivery. Now, if they 15 miles out and they only gonna tip $7, we're not taking that delivery. The owner will call them and cancel that. We're not taking that. That's for damn sure. Now, we've made deliveries in Palm Harbor, Oldsmar, all that other shit, but the tip got to be worth it. If the tip ain't $20, $25, we're not moving. we'll call and cancel it. That's how My Hungry Howies works. Now, it was times like, I remember when I first started there. Now, I've been at Hungry Howies now a year and a half because I started in February 25. I had a delivery at the University of Tampa. University of Tampa, where My Hungry Howies is almost 35 minutes. But they tipped 100. And this was like at 8 o'clock at night. And this was in May. I remember it vividly. It was in May. And we don't have a delivery zone. My boss said, you taking that one. I said, why? First of all, it's at UT. Because, of course, you'd be like, you want to see the bitches. Everybody want to see the bitches. When the delivery guy shows up, the bitches holler at the delivery guy. They fuck with him. They be like, oh, that's my pizza. Come over here and all this other bullshit. Blah, 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 blah. I saw that $100 tip. I said, you damn right I'm taking that one. So I got the $250 for that order plus the $100. So I got $102.50 for taking that one order. You get that back at the end of the night. Now, if you don't get a bank, which is the store gives you $15 so you could be able to have change, I keep that in my pocket. Nope, no bank. So guess what? The $15 becomes my gas allowance because you get gas allowance with Hungry Howies. And you get your tips and your orders that you made for the orders that you made for the day. So it's awesome. So the money always comes. The money just don't stop. You get your store hours. You get your hours on the road. Because when I'm in the store, I get 15. If I'm in the car, it's $11.98. So you get those two. Then you get your tips and your gas reimbursement. That's one job. The other job is you get mileage going to the delivery and coming back. You got your store hours, you got your vehicle hours, and then you get your tips. Domino's, they all break that shit down. Hungry Howies don't break it down. You won't see it until you get your check. So then you can see in one pay period how much time you spent in the car, then opposed to how much time you spent in the store. If it's slow and there's no deliveries, yeah, you'll get your whole store hours as you're in the store. So let's say if I did 10 deliveries in 1 week, that means 2 deliveries a day. In that pay period, you see you made more than 50. Your $15 an hour rate will be a lot higher than your $11.98 hour rate. Sometimes your $11.98 rate is a lot higher than your 15 because you're constantly in the car because it's busy. But you make more money because you get your tips and your mileage reimbursed. Well, not a mileage, but you'll get your gas allowance. So if I don't get it, Hungry Howies, if I don't get a bank, that $15 comes to me as a gas allowance for driving for that one shift. Whether if I work 3 hours, 5 hours, or 8 hours, don't matter. 15 coming to me automatic with the number of deliveries that I've done and my tips that I made for that day. That's it. Well, so a lot of times I tend to use my Domino's debit card to buy stuff like my lunch and the gas for the car, or I'll use the straight cash that I got in my pocket between the two. It's very rare that I have to use my savings account, my money that I make from my day job, and my high yield savings account. I rarely have to use those. So that's a good thing. That's what makes the money pile up quicker. So I can't wait to see. Holy shit. I can't wait to see what the checking account gonna look like today after 4:45. Because that's when my debit comes in. That's when I get paid my direct deposit from the day job. 4:45. Sometimes it's at 6. I think it's going. It depends on how my manager approves the time card. If he approves as soon as I see it on Friday, it's 4:45. If he do it after that, it's 6. So I haven't even looked to see if he approves my time card. So I mean, either way it go, before we get to 8:00 at night, I'm gonna get paid, or before 7. I'm gonna get paid, and I'm gonna know how my account gonna look like. And then I'm gonna do a spreadsheet. This is the money I made for this week from this job, and this job. Then you add them together, and then you add the money that you got in the savings. So the money from the jobs will go into the savings accounts, because I already got it on Chime that my shit splits. So when I get paid, a certain amount will go to my interest earning, certain amount will go to me. So, and that's how that works. And then once the certain amount go to me, I take a certain amount out and put it in my SoFi account that I just got last week. So your boy been busy, but all right, guys, I made it to work. I'm out of here like last year. Tell someone you love them. Be safe out there. Be aware of your surroundings. Get your money in bounce. Go home to your family in one piece. And we Gucci. I see y'all tomorrow. I'm off tomorrow evening. Thank God. Now we could go ahead and go over these spreadsheets, and then you can see how that slow money builds up real quick. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good day. Be safe out there. Peace.